Have you ever stopped to think that the world you live in, the trees, the oceans, your home, even your own body, is silently being built, maintained, and sustained by forces so tiny you can't even see them? Every breath you take, every bite of food, every heartbeat, all of it is made possible by an invisible civilization that works tirelessly behind the scenes. They don't ask for credit. They don't need attention. Yet without them, life as we know it wouldn't exist for a single day. These are not mythical beings or spiritual entities. They are real. They are the microscopic architects of reality: bacteria, fungi, protozoa, viruses, and more. The smallest units of life on Earth, and the most powerful. Once you understand how deeply they shape our world, you'll realize that humanity's greatest story isn't written in the stars. It's written in the unseen worlds beneath a microscope. Humanity's first glimpse of the invisible for thousands of years. Humans believed life was what they could see: plants, animals, people, visible, tangible beings. But in truth, our ancestors were walking through a universe filled with invisible life they could never imagine. Then came the breakthrough. In the 1600s, a Dutch cloth merchant named Antony van Leeuwenhoek created a simple yet powerful lens. Out of pure curiosity, he looked at a drop of pond water through his handmade microscope. What he saw changed science forever. He described them as animalcules, tiny living creatures moving, spinning, feeding. It was like discovering a hidden cosmos inside a single drop. For the first time, humanity realized that we weren't alone. The world was teeming with life too small for the naked eye to see. This moment wasn't just a discovery. It was the birth of microbiology, the key to understanding everything from disease to digestion to DNA itself. The hidden forces that sustain life. Let's zoom out, or rather, zoom in, on how these microscopic beings control the balance of life on Earth. Oxygen and breath of life. Most people think forests are Earth's lungs. That's only half true. More than 50% of the oxygen in our atmosphere comes not from trees, but from microscopic marine organisms called phytoplankton. Floating in oceans across the planet, these tiny organisms capture sunlight, convert carbon dioxide into oxygen, and fuel the base of the oceanic food chain. Without them, we'd suffocate in decades. The soil beneath our feet. Take a handful of soil. It looks lifeless, but it's actually a thriving metropolis. Billions of bacteria, fungi, and protozoa live in every gram, breaking down dead plants and animals, recycling nutrients, and maintaining the fertility that sustains agriculture. Without these microbial recyclers, plants couldn't grow, and ecosystems would collapse. Every flower, tree, and grain of rice you see depends on them, the invisible farmers of the ocean. Beyond land, microbes regulate the chemistry of oceans, absorbing carbon, producing oxygen, and forming the foundation of marine life. Some even influence global weather patterns by helping form clouds through microscopic particles they emit. The universe. Inside you now, the story gets even more personal. You're not just you. You're an entire ecosystem. Your body contains trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, fungi, forming what scientists call the human microbiome. They outnumber your human cells roughly 10 to 1. Most live in your gut, but many exist on your skin, mouth, and lungs. They digest your food, help you absorb nutrients, and even shape your immune system. For example, your gut bacteria produce vitamin K and B12, essential for survival. But their role goes even deeper. They communicate with your brain through the gut-brain axis, influencing your mood, sleep, and emotions. Ever had a gut feeling? It might not just be intuition, it's biochemistry. Studies show that imbalances in gut microbes can lead to anxiety, depression, or even cognitive disorders. You're basically walking around with a living supercomputer inside you, and it's powered by microorganisms. Humanity's microscopic allies. For thousands of years, humans have unknowingly relied on microbes. Ancient civilizations harnessed them long before microscopes existed. In food, fermentation, one of the oldest microbial technologies, gave us bread, cheese, yogurt, beer, and wine. Yeast makes dough rise, while bacteria turn milk into cheese and yogurt. Every sip and bite of these foods is a product of microbial mastery. In medicine, in 1928, Alexander Fleming noticed that a mold called penicillium stopped bacteria from growing, and discovered penicillin, the first antibiotic. That one accident launched the antibiotic revolution. saving over 200 million lives in the 20th century alone. In technology, today, microbes are being engineered to produce insulin, vaccines, and biofuels. Scientists even use bacteria to clean oil spills and create biodegradable plastics. In other words, microbes aren't just life, they're the engines of human progress. When the invisible turns dangerous, but not all of them are allies. For every helpful microbe, there are others that can destroy life as efficiently as they sustain it. Plagues and pandemics. Throughout history, microscopic enemies have rewritten civilization, from the Black Death, which wiped out half of Europe, to the Spanish flu, to COVID-19. These events remind us that our mastery of the microscopic world is still incomplete. Antibiotic resistance. Our overuse of antibiotics has triggered a new crisis. Bacteria evolve faster than we can create new drugs, leading to superbugs, infections untreatable by modern medicine. Environmental impact. Even in nature, microbial imbalance can wreak havoc. Toxic algae blooms choke marine life. Methane-producing microbes accelerate global warming. It's a fragile balance, one that, if disturbed, threatens life everywhere. Chapter 6. The future of the unseen. We're entering a new era, the microbial revolution 2.0. Thanks to AI, genomics, and nanotechnology, scientists can now map entire ecosystems of microbes at the genetic level. We can predict disease before symptoms appear, customize diets to improve health, and even engineer microbes to terraform Mars. Medicine. Personalized treatments based on your microbiome could eliminate chronic diseases. Environment. Microbes that eat plastic or absorb CO2 could reverse pollution. Agriculture. Engineered bacteria could replace fertilizers and boost yields sustainably. And imagine AI-guided nanobots, inspired by microbial design, swimming through your bloodstream, repairing tissues or targeting cancer cells with microscopic precision. The future belongs to those who can understand and work with the invisible. A new perspective on life when you walk outside, take a deep breath, or feel the rain on your skin. Remember this: you're surrounded by an invisible army working tirelessly to make life possible. From the soil under your feet to the oceans that breathe for you, to the cells inside your body, everything depends on them. The story of microbes isn't just about biology. It's a story of connection, a reminder that every part of life, no matter how small, plays a role in the survival of all. We are not separate from the microscopic world. We are extensions of it. And once you truly grasp that, you'll never look at life the same way again. If this video opened your eyes to the hidden world that shapes everything we know, then hit like, share it with someone curious, and subscribe to Trove for more stories that reveal the unseen wonders shaping our future. Because sometimes, the most powerful forces in the universe are the ones we can't see. Imagine a world where factories don't just produce cars, phones, or clothes, but intelligence itself, where machines design, test, and improve other machines faster than any human engineer could dream. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the AI factory revolution, and it's already underway. From self-improving algorithms to autonomous robots, artificial intelligence is reshaping how we build everything, from software to skyscrapers. And the way these invisible intelligence factories work might change society as much as electricity or the internet once did. From assembly lines to algorithm lines, the first industrial revolution gave us steam engines. The second gave us electricity. The third gave us computers. Now we're in the fourth, intelligent production. Traditionally, factories transformed raw materials into physical products. But today's AI factories transform data into decisions. They don't just make things, they make thinking things. Take Tesla's Dojo supercomputer. It's not a car factory, it's a neural network. Factory, training self-driving cars by feeding millions of real-world driving scenarios into an AI system. This system then manufactures intelligence that every Tesla on the road can use. Invisible. Assembly lines instead of conveyor belts. These new factories use pipelines of data. Instead of workers, they have algorithms. And instead of producing objects, they produce skills. For example, Google trains AI to understand speech in thousands of languages. OpenAI trains AI to generate code, text, and even images. DeepMind trains AI to solve protein folding, a problem biology couldn't crack for 50 years. Each of these is a form of manufacturing, but what's being manufactured isn't a product. It's capability, the power behind the curtain. What powers these intelligence factories? Three main raw materials: data, the fuel; billions of images, videos, texts, and sensor readings; compute, the engines; massive clusters of GPUs and TPUs crunching numbers at lightning speed; algorithms, the blueprints. Sophisticated math that turns raw data into patterns, predictions, and action. Together, they form a feedback loop: more data, better AI, more usage, more data. The result is exponential improvement, much faster than human learning. When AI factories build the physical world, it doesn't stop at software. AI is moving into manufacturing itself. In China, entire dark factories run without lights or people, as robots assemble products guided by AI vision. In the US, biotech firms are using AI labs to design drugs and test them virtually before a single real-world experiment. Even construction is being disrupted. AI-driven machines can 3D print entire houses in days, cutting costs by 80%. The line between digital intelligence and physical production is disappearing. Soon, the same systems that design your next smartphone might also design the machines that make it. Risks and rewards like the industrial revolutions before it. This new era brings both opportunity and danger. Rewards: faster innovation, cheaper production, personalized products, scientific breakthroughs in medicine, energy, and space. Risks: massive job disruption. Data: monopolies controlling intelligence production, AI systems making critical decisions without human oversight. If steam engines reshaped cities and electricity reshaped society, AI factories could reshape civilization itself. The future of intelligence production. What comes next? Imagine AI systems that design new materials, at the atomic level optimize entire energy grids in real time, create self-healing. Infrastructure build autonomous robots that repair satellites in space. We're heading toward a world where intelligence itself becomes a mass-produced commodity, where, instead of one AI for one task, millions of specialized AIs could power every part of your life, all manufactured in invisible factories you'll never see. New age of making factories once built the modern world. Now they're building the minds that will build our future. The question isn't whether AI factories will change everything. It's whether we're ready for the world they'll create. If you found this exploration fascinating, like, share, and subscribe to Trove for more deep dives into the